Hello and welcome to episode 8 of the Load Down podcast. It's been 1 week since the Download 2025 lineup drop and the dust has settled. Tonight, Mike and Jonny mull over the initial reactions and start to look deeper at the logo bands. There's also some chat about gig news and some fun stories along the way.
This is the Load Down podcast. Down podcast.
Hiya mate, you alright?
Hello.
It's been a week since the lineup has dropped.
God, that's gone really quick actually.
It has. We've had a week of people moaning about Spirit Box, haven't we?
Yeah, we have.
Which is something we're going to cover next week actually. Our friend from the Download forums, Josh Jones, also known to many as Red Josh, or Josh in the Red, is a big Sleep Token fan.
Yeah.
So he has offered his services to, have an interview with us, have a bit of a chat.
Educate
us, definitely. Yeah. I think that's definitely the word because, I mean, it's been an interesting reaction and I'm sure Josh will agree with that as well.
Yeah.
I don't recall a reaction quite like it since probably when My Chemical Romance headlined.
Yeah.
In terms of the, vitriol in a lot of places.
Yeah,
Some people... One guy on Facebook went from saying how he's disappointed that it's not a welcoming place anymore, then started throwing out slurs, calling everyone different names. It was like, yep, I don't know how you work that one out, Paul.
Yeah, clear.
We're going to get, Josh has kindly offered to have a call with us this week. I'm hoping we can get that set up. He's currently, I'm not sure if he's just got back from Amsterdam, but he's also following Sleep Token around the UK leg as well.
Wow, okay.
So he's a big fan. I think he's as close as I know to a hardcore Sleep Token fan.
Super fan?
Yeah, so it'd be good to get his input in where we all start. So people that are new to Sleep Token, where do we get going on them?
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot to listen to and it's all very varied as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I think he's be a good person to talk to and educate us and upskill us in the world of Sleep Token.
Exactly. So yeah, Josh,
brilliant.
If you're listening, I'm looking forward to talking to you on Friday and hope you're having a great time watching the gigs.
Yeah, brilliant.
So that's really good. We've had, other than that, I think mourning about lineups is something British people do spectacularly well.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
I don't think, even when they put on, Metallica twice with the, they sold this isn't going to sell out.
Yeah.
You also had the, when I went in 2016, you had Sabbath, Maiden, and who else was it? Rammstein.
Yeah.
And people moaned about that.
Yeah. Never.
So you get them on every year. There's no new headliners in that, no new headliners. And then you get the total opposite. Who are these?
Yeah, exactly.
So
it's hard to strike a balance.
It's nonsense, to be honest.
It is really difficult. There was a really interesting. Obviously, they had the announcement metal gala event.
Oh yeah,
which I was seeing a few people on Instagram and TikTok that were there and stuff, and watching the interviews of Andy Coppin. And I think he said something like, "The festival will die" or something like that if we don't. Change the approach and give these new bands a new shout. A shout, which is, I think, is fair.
It's totally true. I think he's late to the party, if anything.
Yeah.
I think Bring Me the Horizon, I think everyone agreed that when they were apparently in place to do it in 2016, he should have pulled the trigger then.
Yeah.
Because, who have we got left?
Yeah, there's
Metallica, Maiden, that are interested in Download. You might get AC/DC if you throw...
Yeah.
£1 billion at them. Guns N' Roses, you're running out of bands.
Yeah.
So currently they've got Green Day finally.
Yeah. It's a huge booking.
Huge booking. We're gonna do a bit of a special on each of the headliners a little bit. We're gonna split it up through the next few months just to keep it interesting and give a bit of a deeper sort of delve into those sorts of people.
Does us well as well because makes us research. It makes us listen to them more.
Yeah.
And so it's our own selfish.
Yeah.
But also it helps us inform you guys listening.
I mean, we listened to Sleep Token quite a bit before the pilot, didn't we?
Yeah.
And enjoyed the music. Korn, always one that have passed me by. Like I said, totally through my own fault.
Yeah.
Been enjoying them quite a lot.
Great, good. Can't believe it's been a week.
I was listening to the debut album of Korn today, just to go off on a bit of a tangent, and you listen to it and you think, a lot of that reminds me of Slipknot 1999 debut album, and then you look at when it was 1994.
Jeez,
so you think they came out with that just on the back of Nirvana and then the huge grunge.
Yeah, that's quite an influential. Well, it's to create their own genre then,
yeah,
really.
Absolutely. And I said it last week, but I was kind of parroting something someone else had said about them being such an influential band. But it wasn't until I thought 1994 and they were making noises like that. That's quite different.
It's like the transition, isn't it, from the grunge type into like kind of new metal, whatever you want to call it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, new metal isn't always my bag.
No.
I like it in small doses.
Yeah.
I like Slipknot. I like Disturbed in parts.
Yeah.
But I think give it a good shot with Korn in the dark. I think will be a bit of a different.
I was listening to they do a live version, might be even like an MTV Unplugged with Amy Lee from Evanescence. Have you listened to it?
No.
I think it's Freak on a Leash they do. Oh my God, it's haunting. I don't know how you could... It's like listening to the song totally differently. It's really stripped back. Her vocals on it are amazing. But I've listened to that. It's really good.
I got my mum told me off a bit from last week for swearing too much.
Oh no!
But I think it was purely out of nerves,
out of excitement,
nerves and excitement. She said, "I'm getting you a swear jar for next week."
So full.
Might have to start putting like a profanity buzzer like on the IT crowd.
Oh yeah. But it was really good. I really enjoyed last week.
Yeah, it was nice. Thanks again for Kate.
Yeah, she was fantastic.
I really enjoyed it coming along and
made our experience 100 times what it would have been. If
it was last minute as well, wasn't it? Because at first we were just going to read back and forth between ourselves, and I think her introducing the bands just worked a lot better. I've
watched quite a few reaction videos, of which there's lots of them on YouTube, and they're brilliant. The funniest thing about it is they're obviously all reacting to the video, which we nearly did.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of glad we never, because I mean, the reaction is amazing from the people that are in it, but it's like they can't compute all those names at once.
No.
And they try to read them as quick as they can. They're going, oh my God, we're going to have to... On one hand, I wish we'd have seen the video first, because that would have been a really good
It was a great video as well.
Yeah, it was really good. And on the other hand, I'm glad we managed to drip feed the bands, because that kept the excitement going for half an hour.
It's the first time I've not done it like that. Just bang, there's a poster, and you're like, you can't process everything at once.
Yeah.
So that was a good way to kind of with the way my mind is as well. just one at a time. Let me digest, focus it, and then we'll move on.
Yeah.
So that's a bit what we're going to do with the breakdown of bands. We're going to do them in small chunks. We'll get to learn some new stuff. The bands we do tonight we're a bit more familiar with, because we're going to do the logo ones, but as we go further down the list, I mean, we're already finding some new ones, aren't we?
Yeah, exactly.
We've been listening to Alcest, is it pronounced today?
Yeah,
we've listened to the guys and girl in Gore.
Yeah, they were real find.
Yeah, Rob Wheeler, who runs the metal nights, the metal place at the local venue, the Meeting Place. Mm-hmm. He posted saying, get on these, and we did, and excellent stuff from them. I'm really looking forward to seeing them. It's their first festival.
Is it?
Yeah, I saw on their socials.
American band, are they? I can't think.
Yeah, we'll properly research you when we get there. But they were kind enough to share. Yeah, they were kind enough to share our feedback on their band. So thanks very much for that. It all helps.
But yeah, this is just to help us go through the bands one by one and really have a good chat about them, because even now I'm still looking at the poster and going, God, I really missed them the first.
And even doing the logo stuff again, I forgot about them again, and then I put my headphones on and have a great hour listening to their top 10 songs or whatever.
I even I don't like listening back to the podcast. I don't like watching it back.
No.
Because I don't like the sound of my own voice. But I watched the video back of our reaction last week because it was all such a blur. And then by the time we got home, we were knackered. Woke up in the morning and thought, I'll rewatch it. And it was like reliving it again.
Yeah.
Going through all the bands. Oh, shit, I totally forgot about them.
I showed my dad put it on YouTube. He said, "You look like Ali G." So that's why I've got a different hat on tonight. So beard and beanie wasn't the best. Beanie and glasses in black and white didn't
I wish
do
I'd have
me
made
any.
you put the headphones on as well.
Yeah,
so you could,
Craig David.
Brilliant.
So yeah, we'll have a pause and a sip of beer in this freezing cold shed. And then we're going to delve deeply into the first 5, I think, of the logo bands tonight. So, yeah, let's go.
This is the Lowdown Podcast.
So the first logo band that we're going to have a bit of a chat about is one that we actually totally missed from the lineup in our reaction video. And actually, the reaction to that was even better.
Yeah.
So, and that is Weezer.
Weezer.
Very, very happy about
I'm very happy with Weezer. I've wanted to see, like a lot of bands you see at festivals, the one that I've been a casual fan of for probably 20 odd years. These were a Kerrang TV staple, weren't they, when we were teenagers? If you think back to the likes of, Buddy Holly, Keep Fishing with the Muppets.
Yeah.
Which I wrote that on my notes. They don't play Keep Fishing. And then I put Muppets in capitals.
Is that aimed at them?
Yeah. But Weezer have never played Download before.
Right. That's quite surprising, isn't it?
Yeah. Given that they're totally in the wheelhouse, I don't know why it's taken them so long. I haven't personally listened to much of them since the Red album.
No, I haven't.
Which had Pork and Beans, if you remember that one.
Oh, yeah.
Where they did the video with all the YouTube personalities. That was a great song. And they've got so many.
You don't realise until... They're the type of bands for me that I have in my liked songs on Spotify and I have in all my playlists.
Yeah.
But I don't consciously think, I'm going to put Weezer on today and have a listen. But when they come on, you think, fucking hell, this is brilliant.
No, it takes you back to having like an iPod Shuffle or something. And you go, yeah. And Weezer, as soon as they come out, Buddy Holly, Hash Pipe, anything like that, they go riff straight away, bang, and you go, it's Weezer, and you enjoy it. They're a pretty joyous band, I think.
They are, actually. Our mate Liam's a
huge
Weezer
I didn't know
fan.
that until last week, because it's quite a surprising one for Liam.
Because he's really heavy.
He's a big thrash fan. He's big into power metal and things like that. And then he goes, love to see Weezer. Took us by surprise, didn't it? That was at Bloodstock, he said that.
Yeah. It takes us back to our teenage years.
Yeah.
I'll be sat in his bedroom listening to them and with his big Manowar.
Hash pipe.
Yeah, that too.
Nothing incriminating here. But yeah, so I've written on these, I've put, the album, if you're going to pick up an album to listen to, it's got to be the Blue album, which is celebrating its 30th anniversary this year.
Wow, okay.
So that came out the same year as the Korn debut.
Yeah, 94.
Quite contrasting, but... and Song to Try, obviously Hash Pipe, you've got Buddy Holly, you've got Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
They've got a lot of big tracks.
Yeah, but I'm looking forward to, obviously, I know all the big hits. I'm really looking forward to understanding what their set list looks like for a full set.
Yeah,
I've had
listen. a bit of a look at a set list. I think they do quite varied set lists, but they have some fucking weird songs as well. Sorry, Mum. First one, but they have some, like, have you heard the Sweater song?
No, I don't think so.
If you unravel my sweater and all this, it's. But then they've got some absolute classics. Say It Ain't So, My Name Is Jonas.
Yeah, brilliant.
Great band, and be a good sub before Green Day. I think that's where they'll end up.
Is that what we're expecting?
Yeah, they're expecting on
the
their
Hella
stage.
Mega tour, were they? Was that them? With Green Day?
Yes. Green Day followed by Weezer, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And
so it would be sensible to put them on.
Yeah.
That day,
I think I was chatting with a few of the people on the forums, and we kind of agreed that I think normally they would be probably a weak sub, but the fact that they've never played before makes them quite a strong sub.
Yeah.
So that is Weezer.
Brilliant. Very excited for them.
Yeah. So here's one we have seen before, Johnny, and that is Bullet for My Valentine.
Yeah. I've been listening to them a lot this week. Again, a band that I don't consciously listen to. And maybe I don't consciously listen to a lot of bands anymore.
No.
I don't pick out, because there's the way of how Spotify and Instagram and everything works now. It's so shuffle orientated, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, I forgot how good.
So I've got a bit of a Bullet for My Valentine biography by Corey Apar. So one of the most successful UK metal acts of the new millennium, Welsh quartet Bullet for My Valentine take cues from 80s metal bands and punk-infused metal to make melodic, metallic, dark rock songs, employing a sinister blend of caustic riffage and full-throttle drums. The group's pop sensibilities brought them to the mainstream with career-changing albums like The Poison, 2005, obviously the big classic, that one, Fever, 2010, another great album, and Temper Temper, which I think career-changing is probably the right, because I think they were quite possibly, maybe even probably, on the trajectory to be a headliner.
Yeah, yeah.
Until that absolute shit show came out.
Yeah, it didn't go down well.
Oh, it's dreadful. And that's, well, probably being a bit kind. But I also read, and I want to see if I've still got it here, that Padge, Michael Padgett, the guitarist, was left out of the recording sessions
of that album
for Temper Temper. So Matt Tuck has clearly taken a winning formula and thrown it out the window.
Oh no!
With Padge is a pretty bit of a virtuoso guitar player.
Absolutely, yeah.
He's a cool walk on stage.
Yeah,
and then a founding member as well, I think. And they've just left him off the flight, and I think they credited him on the album. But I've read, I thought I had a thing saved here, but I haven't, saying that he was hurt, basically, as he would be. Thankfully, they've gone back against that, but I think that album has probably done irreparable damage to Bullet for My Valentine.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about the pace they were going, like you say, post The Poison, they were one of the top.
Well, I think
albums, really.
I think the first few albums, the first three, were pretty flawless, and they just seem to be building and building and building, and then that's the first time we saw him actually was on the Temper Temper tour.
Yeah, okay.
Everything's a tongue twister tonight.
It is, isn't it? I'm just looking at some of the tracks. Remember Scream Aim Fire?
Yeah.
Oh man, that was a good. I enjoyed that, but it was like proper cheesy.
He's not the best lyricist. I read a review of one of the recent albums, and it said they wish Matt Tuck could get a thesaurus because it's very paint by numbers.
Yeah, okay.
That's so. Yeah, they look at the minute like they're never going to, jump above that sub slot. They first played Download in 2005.
Right.
They first sub-headlined in 2011, and then did the same in 2013 and 2018.
Okay.
And of course, we saw them headline the Pilot Festival, which we really enjoyed, actually.
Oh, yeah. Brilliant.
As I think we've said in the previous one, we kind of thought they might have brought a bit more of a show.
Yeah, they just shoved them on stage with a few lights. But then I was also thinking after that, there was rumour that no one got paid for that festival.
That's,
whether it's true or not.
I'm pretty sure Andy Coppin said that. Not even that, I think it was just that was the agreement that there's no money in it. I think they probably paid expenses and whatnot.
So the bands that did put on huge productions, they did it out of their own pocket.
Yeah. I mean, I think Enter Shikari and Bleed From Within probably put the biggest shows on.
They did, actually.
Creeper put a great bit of production on.
But yeah, Tears Don't Fall, that will be a hell of a sing-along.
Yeah, I like a lot of their songs, actually. I've put my favourite song by them is Your Betrayal.
Yep, I agree with that.
Really good song. And if you haven't listened to them before, which I highly doubt, give The Poison a go, because that is there.
I tell you what's crazy stats-wise. So they have got 4.2 million monthly listeners on Spotify.
This is to go on a tangent, this is something that people have been throwing around a lot.
Yeah.
Again, surprise, surprise, in a bit of a dig at Sleep Token.
Yeah.
But
let's have a look.
It's I think 6.5.
3.9 it's saying, but
So
still fucking low.
oh yeah, it's a lot,
Yeah.
but it's not a relevant statistic.
No, it's not.
You sell out big shows, you get the big slots.
It is. It's all on ticket sales, isn't it? Really?
We just have millions
Yeah, cost. Yeah.
because millions of people have Teenage Dirtbag.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah.
And Europe will have millions because loads of people have the Final Countdown. It doesn't
Yeah,
make
it doesn't.
them a festival headliner.
No, that's right.
We were messing around last year doing the lineup if it had been based on it. So what are we on?
6.6 million.
6.6. So yeah, so they'd be the headliner.
They would, yeah, you're right.
But they don't. I mean, I saw them in a pub in
But-
Glasgow.
And do you know what's really funny? I know we're going on a tangent here, but the reason is they've got in their top 5 songs on Spotify, 4 of them are Teenage Dirtbag. They've got the original, a sped up version, an acoustic version, and a re-release version in 2020. Teenage Dirtbag, the original's got 711 million.
Amazing.
And then the other ones, all the other ones have got 11 million and 7 million. But yeah,
Well,
you're
that's
right.
it. I mean,
it's not based on
no, because you put Dexy's Midnight Runners on a wedding playlist,
Yeah,
like
you would.
millions of people in the
Yeah,
world will put
exactly,
up,
yeah.
and that boosts all them stats up. So if you're selling out venues, then that's what puts you at the top of the bill.
Yeah.
I mean, Bullet have gone back up to arenas, but they've needed Trivium.
When is that tour?
That's early next year. Is it January, February time?
Ah, okay. It's going to be hot off that tour then to
Yeah,
town. That's
I
great.
I'd have rather have had Trivium, if I'm honest. I think Trivium are on a hot streak of great albums.
Yeah, they're doing really well.
Where-
They're at Bloodstock, aren't they?
Yeah, they're headlining Bloodstock. But they're obviously to sell, I mean, it sold really well, but it's both bands playing their, seminal
Yeah,
debut
albums.
albums in full. Another reason I wanted Trivium was because it'd be 20 years since their 2005 set where they got bumped up on the main and absolutely tore the place up.
Iconic, wasn't it?
Yeah, that really iconic. It was playing on Kerrang TV.
I was going to say, it's recorded, isn't it? You can watch it
Yeah,
on YouTube somewhere.
yeah, we'll have to make do with that. They were great in 2019 though. But yeah, Bullet,
Yeah, I think it'd be great.
it'll be
really good.
It'll be a good show. It'll be surprisingly long since they played the main festival. Actually, 7 years is quite a long time. So far we've got Weezer who've never played, and we've got Bullet where it's been 7 years since they played the
Yeah, so
the
if
full
they
festival.
are the main subs, you think about the 3 new headliners and,
yeah.
well, are we assuming we've got 3 subs
I-
on the lineup?
No, I don't think we have. Yeah, I think we're missing a sub.
Yeah.
That's what. So I was looking at a source on the forum. We're going off on tangents left,
No,
right, and
it's all
centre, but who
good,
cares?
That's what we're here for.
Yeah. So looking at who's on what stage, this individual has put, realistically, I think we've got 1 main stage sub left, 1, potentially 2 second stage logos, and 2 Avalanche headliners left in terms of logo acts to be revealed. I think in total we have 20 to 25 acts still to be announced in all.
Right.
So it's still a good
Still some
chunk of
big
acts
names.
and some big names to
Yeah.
come. So who they'll be, we don't know. But yeah, we've definitely Weezer and Bullet are going to be subbing, aren't they?
Yeah, got to be.
So that puts us on to
Brilliant. Who are we on
number
next?
3.
Number 3 is... Who is it? Let's have a look. I've lost-
Johnny has to try and read my
Oh,
my
it's
handwriting.
awful
It's
again. And it's that called my hands are shaking.
the
So
way
I can't-
around. Yeah, we're sat in my shed.
Oh,
in
it is
this
that one.
It's the
Is on the back.
on the back.
Jimmy Eat World.
Jimmy Eat World.
Wow.
One of my favourite bands of all time.
Lovely reaction from you that
Yeah.
last week. Yeah, mean a lot to us, don't they? Jimmy Eat World.
Yeah.
Soundtrack to
So-
our used.
Yeah, it's a bit of a soundtrack to my life, really.
Yeah.
Just get a bit deep for a moment. When me and Jane, my wife Jane, first started dating and whatnot, they were a bit of a soundtrack for us. We listened to them all the time if we ever drove anywhere in the car.
How old were you then?
I was 16 then, so that's a full 20 years ago now,
Yeah.
which is crazy. And we went to see Jimmy Eat World together. Probably the second gig we saw together after Muse.
Yeah.
Seen them together a few times.
They were your first dance?
First dance at the wedding,
Yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah, they mean a lot to me, Jimmy Eat World. Probably, they get overlooked a lot. I think they're actually an underrated band.
Yeah.
Someone was throwing around that they only had one good album 20 years ago, and I genuinely didn't know which album they were talking about, which helps.
Yeah, yeah.
Because for me, I've written on here as well, the best album I've thought is Hard to Choose, because they had a run of Clarity, Bleed American, Futures, which is, again, that's turning 20 this year.
Right, okay.
Chase This Light, and Invented were all great albums. I don't think they've put a bad album out.
No.
We saw them a couple of years ago.
Yeah, we did. Brilliant. I saw them in Leeds Fest as well, I think. And you can see that if you're at a Jimmy Eat World gig, like we were at in Manchester a couple of years ago, it's amazing. Everyone knows every word. The whole crowd's going crazy.
It's quite a raucous gig for...
Yeah, it is.
I don't know how to classify them really. There's a lot of radio rock, a lot of emo-y sort of stuff, but...
Some really nice, slow, melodic, acoustic stuff.
Then some stadium.
Yeah. But then at festivals, I've seen half the crowd going crazy, half the crowd are just not into it. And I get it if you're not... Do you know what I mean? If you're not into it, you're not into it. And some people have said they're the most boring band they've ever seen live and stuff. And again, we say the same about any other bands that we've...
It's subjective, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's all about what you're into and who you're with and around you. And we'll always have a good time regardless of how good they are live, purely because we love them, the songs and the people around us.
Yeah, and we often, for bands we love, we'll go right in, won't we? So
yeah.
If we think of like Ice Nine Kills and whatnot,
I
have no idea what they're like live, really.
Oh, no.
Because we're right in the mix.
Yeah, couldn't hear
bouncing around. Yeah, all I could hear was all the people around me screaming at me.
Yeah.
But that makes a great live show for me. So.
Yeah. I mean, how many gigs do you come away from, regardless of how shit they've been or how good it's been? You go, that's the best gig I've ever seen. You always
get on
come
the
away
recency bias.
Yeah, you do. Honestly, that's the best gig I've ever seen in my life.
Jane's mum said that. She's like, how was your gig? Let me guess, best gig you've ever been to. Like,
yeah, you're right. But yeah, very much looking forward to.
So they've played Download surprisingly few times as well. They've only played twice. So they subbed to, I think they subbed to The Offspring. No, they didn't. They subbed to the old Welsh band in 2008.
Yeah.
And they played the second stage in 2013, which was a really low slot for them, wasn't it?
They did, and I missed them because they were clashing with Queens of the Stone Age. Yeah.
Yeah, so I managed to get to most of Queens of the Stone Age, but I missed the first couple of songs.
Yeah.
But that was a good show. That was what Kate was on about me with my T-shirts. Last week, remember, 2013, I had... I used to really think it was important to represent the bands that I supported.
Yeah.
I still quite like doing that. Like, so say if Creeper are on, I'll try and wear a Creeper T-shirt for most of the weekend because I just really like getting behind them.
Yeah.
And so I ended up with layers. So I had loads of layers of T-shirts on. And if there's anyone that's a fan of Friends, I look like Joey when he wore all the Chandler's clothes on.
Yeah.
So every time a band finished, I took another layer of T-shirt off and stuffed it in my bag. So yeah, I went, and Jimmy Eat World was second to last, and then I took that one off for Iron Maiden. So I was like, pass the parcel.
It's like your dad with his Motorhead stuff. He's got a Motorhead hoodie.
Yeah.
And
with
then with a zip, he unzips that, and underneath is the exact same logo
T-shirt,
but just with a T-shirt.
Yeah.
And you think you'd take that off and he'll have it tattooed on his chest. But yeah, that'll, I'm really looking forward to that next year. We've got quite a lot of new old friends coming, but new to the festival, haven't we, next year? So I'm really looking forward to experiencing these bands with them as well.
Yeah.
I think that'd be lovely.
Well, I haven't seen...
around.
I saw Jimmy Eat World the first time in Nottingham, Rock City, 2005 with my dad.
Yeah.
Day I finished my GCSEs, and I haven't seen him with my dad since.
Oh, man.
And he always liked him. He always listened to him quite a lot since then.
Yeah.
I remember we went and they started with a slow song, and my dad goes, this is... because he's an old school metalhead. This is crap. When's this going to get started? And then they kicked into Bleed American, and the whole place just went off.
Yeah.
It was, really good.
Very good.
That's Jimmy Eat World.
Jimmy Eat World, brilliant.
So that's 3 out of the 5 we're going to cover tonight. And number 4, Jonny, are a band that I've known about for a long time, but they've always passed me by slightly, and that is Don Broco.
Yeah, I was obsessed with them with the Priorities album. I want to see if you listened to that one. I think it was 2012. That.
Ah, right, okay.
Absolutely obsessed. Listened to them all the time. Scott, oh mate, Scott was a big fan of them.
Right.
And then after that, I just lost track of them. I never followed them after that. Yeah, but they've got a great following, haven't they?
Yeah.
Again, the songs are so varied. So I think someone said it was like sexy rock or something.
Yeah.
Which is,
Well, I had to
explains it well.
I had to keep checking I was still listening to the same band.
Yeah.
Because they went from, is it Come to LA?
Oh, yeah,
When he's singing in a weird accent.
Yeah.
And then it went to T-shirt song, and then it went to Everybody. And then it went to another one, which was quite crushing riffs, and it was a
there's
bit
some really heavy stuff in there as well.
Yeah, like in bits. Some of the riffs were a bit Rage Against the Machine, a little bit Bring Me the Horizon in parts, and then weird. So I didn't realise they'd been going as long as they have. So they first played Download in 2009.
All right,
and they haven't played since 2016. So that's
haven't played since when? 2016.
Yeah. So that's 9.
Yeah, so
9 years.
That.
So Jimmy Eat World have been 12 years. Don Broco 9, Bullet 7, and Weezer have never played. So that's quite a good bit of variety.
It
to
is
be honest.
actually, yeah. And when people say Download get the same bands back every couple of years, I mean there are some on the lineup which we'll go through where they have, but that's great for the top one, the top logo band so far.
So yeah, I've put this one is from All Music. It's from Scott Kerr, known for their boisterous melodic hard rock alternative outfit. Don Broco made their full-length debut with Priorities in 2012. You get it right?
Good, yeah,
Well
perfect.
done.
Great.
A top 25 hit in their native UK, the band bested its chart position with 2015's Automatic and 2018's Technology, which reached number 6 and 5 respectively. Don Broco's chart-topping 4th studio album, 2021's Amazing Things, underscored the heavier direction of its predecessor with an angrier lyrical tone. In 2023, the band captured the potency of their concert performances on Live from the Albert Hall, and they formed in Bedford, England in 2008. Members all met at school.
Oh, that's cool.
Which is really cool.
Yeah, that's smart.
Yeah, after playing in different bands, vocalist Rob Damiani began writing music with Simon Delaney, guitar, and then it's a comma, so we might say something else after that. But I've not screenshot.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. That's really cool to know.
Yeah, I like it when there's a nice history between the bands.
Yeah.
I don't know too much about Bullet's past. I know they had a bit of a falling out with the original bassist.
All right.
Jimmy Eat World have been the same band since just after the first album.
Okay.
So they've been the same band since for 30 years now. Weezer have been the same band since 2001, and they'd only swapped bassists before then. Mm-hmm. And then we know Don Broco's founded in school. So
yeah, that's really cool.
I really like that.
Very energetic show, always jumping around. I think they were even at the Download Gala from what I've seen.
I did. Damiani was there, wasn't he?
Yeah, seen a few guys taking pictures with them.
Yeah,
stuff,
he's quite a distinctive looking guy.
Yeah.
His curly hair. And
they're all absolutely ripped.
Yeah. Yeah, well, they start doing like squats and
they do they used to do like press ups in the mosh pit and
and I think they get the crowd to do like squat thrusts and that. Jesus, I'm not even jumping for Slipknot anymore. Yeah. I'm not doing squats. I'll take my t-shirt off the t-shirt song. That'll be it.
So I'm really looking forward to rekindling my love for them. In time for next year.
Out of the logo bands I didn't know, those have been my favourite so far.
Yeah, that's cool.
I think they'll draw a hell of a crowd, considering it's been so long since they've been there. So, really happy with that.
Again, not sure where we'd place them. Be great to see them on main stage. I think that would be a good.
Let's see where the rumour is, which stage they are on.
I don't know where they've played previously, but yeah, I think
they were high on second last time.
Main stage slot would be cool for them.
Second stage, Don Broco. So that looks to me like they'll probably be third down, maybe on the Sleep Token day, but there's no days confirmed. Yeah, just total speculation there.
Yep, cool.
So yeah, that'll be
very good. Yeah.
So we've got If you can read my writing, Johnny.
I can. Who have we got? I can't read it.
Sorry, it's down there.
Oh, yeah. Spirit Box.
Spirit Box.
I've been listening to them a lot today. And they've just released a new single
They have,
today as well.
They have just announced today that their new album is coming out in March 2025, which is going to be called Tsunami Sea. Yeah, again, mixed, quite eclectic in parts.
Yeah.
Heavy as hell in some bits.
Jeez, yeah.
Proper
Pull your head off.
metalcore sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Certain parts remind me of Ginger and bands like Error. I've got one criticism of Spirit Box. Sleep Token.
I think you said that at the beginning of the pod as well.
Did I?
Yeah, it's all good.
And that is that I think she underuses a clean vocal. I think she's got such
a good voice.
Yeah,
yeah.
Courtney LaPlante. I think her. I mean, she's got a great scream as well. Her uncleans are great, but her the first track off the album, I can't remember its name right now, is so nice. Like it's nice for her, but she's got a really it's almost like atmospheric, ethereal sort of voice. It reminds me in parts of like Nightwish sort of stuff.
Yeah, it is a bit.
And I like that when it's then blended with the uncleans, but I think sometimes some of the songs could maybe do with a bit more of that. But
It's rare you get that in the same singer as well.
Yeah.
You usually get the backing vocals then, but
I think people are getting so much better at it these days. They don't blow the voice the same.
It seems like they look after the technique a little bit more. I mean, who are we to say? I don't have a fucking clue how to do it, but it does seem that they look after themselves a bit more. But she is one hell of a front woman.
Oh, she's got a lot of energy. She's got a hell of an aesthetic. Like, and she looks great, stylish, mean, and she's got it all going on. And I think I can see why they've really blown up.
Yeah. Andy Coppins said he expects them to be a headliner in the future in his recent interview.
Yeah. He says a lot of things, though, to be fair. He said the same about Creeper and Wargasm, so
that's true.
That's not a dig at either of those bands, but I think there's always going to be the bands that he's, hangs his cowboy hat on for the year. But I can see it, though, don't get me wrong. They're definitely, they've got that sort of following. If they bring it up, back that first album up, which was an absolute smash.
Yeah.
So they've only played Download once as well. They were booked for the Dogtooth stage in 2022.
Oh, were they?
And then Holy Roller went viral.
Yeah, okay.
And it was to the point of being dangerous. And to be honest, they should have been on an outside stage because the Avalanche was over full as well. You couldn't get close to the Avalanche stage in 22. And that was a quiet year.
And that's the only time they've played?
It's the only time they've played.
I wonder how long they've been going for.
I'll do the biography now, Johnny.
Oh, have you got it prepped?
That wasn't a prepped segue. That was double act going in.
I
know. We have got Spirit Box biography by John D. Buchanan. Vancouver quartet Spirit Box apply a 90s influenced brand of melodic alternative metal featuring multiple genre elements, beautiful vocals, and possibly paranormal EVP field recordings. Echoing acts like Tesseract, Deftones, and Evanescence, the sound incorporates elements of metalcore, new metal, prog, shoegaze, and gent. I never can pronounce that word. And they were formed in 2016,
right,
by the core husband and wife duo of Courtney LaPlante and Michael Stringer, guitar. After they had jointly decided to quit their former band, the experimental metalcore outfit, I Wrestled a Bear Once.
I've actually heard that before.
I really like that name.
Yeah.
They've released EPs, and the first album was the chart-topping Eternal Blue, released in September 2021.
Brilliant.
And they earned a Grammy nomination in 2023 for the track Jaded from the Fear of Fear EP.
Cool.
And they also they did a remix of Megan Thee Stallion with a fiery remix of Cobra in 2023.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah, I think I've heard actually.
Yeah, it came on before and I was like, this is actually... I think there should be more of that.
Yeah.
You look at Bring Me's collaboration with Ed Sheeran.
Oh, yeah.
And it's so much fun.
Went down well, didn't it? As well?
Yeah. The riff plays into it. You watched Ed Sheeran at Reading doing it, he's absolutely beaming.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really, really like stuff like that. I think, all for it, especially in this sort of day and age when recording, I'm not saying it's easy and cheap, but it's not as, look what we're doing now. It's not as painful as it once could be. No. So, more collaborations like that, please.
Yeah, that would be great.
So that's our first 5. We're going to bide our time a little bit so we can delve deep and also get our shit together really.
And actually do some research.
Yeah, do our research. I mean, there's
but it's good because we can't listen to all the bands in one week, so it's I really like to just put some time out by day to have a good listen.
Yeah, I want to give everyone a fair shot.
Yeah, very much.
But I've listened to a lot of playlists, and I have liked. I think I've liked more this year of bands I didn't know.
Yeah, I would say
I
that.
skipped a lot less.
Yeah.
And that was not a dig at this year's bands. I just think a few of the lower down ones weren't really my bag particularly. But yeah, like we say, we stumbled across Alcest and Gore and things like that, and you think
great.
Really good. That. And what was the other one you were listening to? Starts with a V.
I can't remember. Just having a look now.
Put them on the spot there.
Saved them to my...
To your favourites.
Song. Vola.
Vola.
Yeah, they were fucking brilliant. Epic type, kind of almost prog. Post-prog type. A little bit of... Sounds a little bit like Some Fire mixed with Carnival type. Yeah, really cool.
That's 2 Carnival comparisons you've made today, so it'd be a good festival for you.
Oh yeah, it'd be great.
The thing is with us, some people are brilliant with this is post jazz infused black and deathcore. I haven't got a clue.
No.
I know what's metal and rock, and that's pretty much it. I know punky stuff. I know a bit about metalcore, a bit about death metal, but you'll say something's one thing, and people are like, that's not that.
Yeah.
That's post-extreme jazzcore.
Yeah, not pre-extreme.
Yeah, Jesus. So
but we have no idea. But
we'll compare them to bands that we like,
exactly.
and bands you might like. So if you're a fan of, let's have a look. If you're a fan of Death Cab for Cutie, for example, or old school emo, listen to some Jimmy Eat World. If you like a bit of Boston Manor, Kids in Glass Houses, or Yumi at 6, or even a bit of Bring Me, listen to Don Broco.
Yeah.
Or listen to them all, because you might enjoy them.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, thanks. Let's have another sip of beer and try and warm up in this.
Yeah, we should put the heating on while we're having a chill.
So we're in my shed as per usual, and it's going to be like -5 tonight.
Yeah, it's got very cold the past couple of days.
Well, it's not snowed here yet, but geez, I think that's because it's frozen in the sky. So yeah, a garden shed, maybe not the best place, but if you can...
At least it's keeping the beers cold.
That's it. Edit out my teeth chattering and we'll be right.
Oh, good.
This is the Lowdown Podcast.
Okay, so now we've had a bit of a break and warmed up.
Yeah, we've just had the fan heater on for 5.
The heater on for 5. Warming our feet up. We've just been listening to some more bands in the break. Just show Mike the Freak on a Leash.
Korn and Amy Lee. That's excellent.
Brilliant,
yeah,
isn't it?
You didn't oversell that at all. So if anyone hasn't heard that, I'm going to play that to Dad as soon as... my dad doesn't really know much by Korn. I think he knows Freak on a Leash. So and he's quite a big fan of Evanescence. So
there's not many acoustic covers that I like more than the original, but that could be up there.
It's really good.
Harmonies on that. Incredible. And then we had another listen to Vola, and then we realised that we totally got all the bands mixed up.
Well, I said to you, I said that's twice you've compared a band
to Carnival.
Yeah,
and so you started second guessing.
Yeah, you were thinking of Alcest, right?
Alcest, yeah. Vola, I think they're going to be epic.
So they're a lot heavier.
Yeah.
And the one you put on, I thought was a little bit Devin Townsend.
It was, Paper Wolf. It's called.
Yeah.
Really good track. And there's one with called Cannibal with a guy from In Flames.
That's it. There's us getting a copyright ban.
Getting a copyright. £100.
So this will be taken off as soon as you listen to it.
Yeah. So really enjoying just checking different bands out and chatting through them. So what we'll do, we'll go through our general section of Unholy Confessions, which we haven't done for a couple of weeks actually because of all the hype and all the.
We need to get some new questions out. So if anyone's got any unholy confessions, any funny stories, anything anything memorable from the festival that you'd like to share that made you chuckle? Anything? Well, the question we put out was, "What's the most random thing?" And the amount of posts that are about someone taking a shit is unbelievable.
I'd say 75%.
Yeah,
are all about
pack of
people
animals.
either waking up to people shitting, waking up to shit on the tent, people shitting in the tent.
Yeah,
maybe we'll do a shit special.
We'll wrap it up for when the 2024 version with the Yorkie pudding.
The Yorkie pudding one, yeah.
So yeah, we've screenshotted a couple. So I'll go first. So this is from Avatar 3. That was probably what it was meant to be. A guy dressed as Jesus and a guy dressed as a devil having a full fight in the campsite.
Great.
And I like this one because it reminded me of when we were at Bloodstock.
Yeah.
So a band playing this year, Cradle of Filth, have a very famous offensive T-shirt calling Jesus a C word. And
Is that to stop the pound in the jar for that?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it cost me a fortune. This copyright bans and swear jar. So the guy was sat on the thing, and he was eating. Actually, I think he might have even been having a Yorkshire pudding. That was maybe just invented that in my own head.
Yeah.
But Jesus then wandered over to him and was stood having a really deep conversation with him in 25 minutes. Maybe try to convince him that he wasn't that word.
I saw the one, I think it might have been on TPD, where a guy proposed to his wife. To his fiancée. Jesus, is a cool T-shirt.
What a romantic gesture.
I think there's one that someone's printed and it actually says...
It's Raised by Owls, isn't it?
Oh, is it? What does it say?
Jesus is probably all right.
Jesus is probably all right, yeah. You see plenty of them T-shirts walking around. They're absolutely brilliant.
I love Raised by Owls videos.
I watch them all day. So funny. Did you see the latest one about the download reaction?
About it's a festival whinging reaction thing. People really just wandering up to people and complaining. Have you ever been to that festival? No.
Yeah, after all that abuse. So I've got one from Donut Warlord. He said, whenever there's a question like this, I have to bring up in 2022 about 1 a.m. There was a guy in a Borat-style green mankini wearing a Shrek mask shouting, "Get out of my swamp," and chasing people around Black Camp. Absolutely mental, aren't they?
That's brilliant. There's I'll just skip to a little bit at the end that some people have had a bit too much to drink or whatever. Outside the Kerrang tent, they were dancing with a broken camp chair like they were performing some kind of voodoo ritual. Went back past about 5 hours later and they were still at it. In my head, they had spent the entire day doing it.
That wasn't you, was it? After,
no.
Ramstein.
Yeah. So just to... Johnny, you can recap because you'll remember more than me.
Yeah.
If anyone doesn't know, because I imagine a lot of people do know because they'll know me personally, I'm type 1 diabetic.
Yeah.
And I had... Well, 2013, we were still in beer token world, weren't we?
Ah, right.
So me, Johnny, Kate, Rosie, Jodie and everyone, we still had loads of beer tokens left. So you used to buy your beer tokens. You used to go to the bar, give them a beer token, get a pint. It was dead quick, but you ended up with loads at the end of the weekend. Yeah. Some people might not have done. But it was 1.5 for a spirit mixer. It was a really efficient way of doing it and I didn't queue once.
Yeah.
But... before Ramstein, we watched 30 Seconds to Mars absolutely stink the place up. Yep. So we went and spent the rest of our beer tokens. We then had a good jump around for Ramstein. Really, really enjoyed it. And then walking back, I had some noodles and I had some insulin for the noodles. The noodles at Download, if you are diabetic, have zero carbohydrate seemingly so.
Yeah.
If I have noodles from anywhere else, my blood sugar goes sky high.
Yeah.
I have it there. I did what I thought was a normal amount of insulin, and so where did you find me? I had a bit of a hypo, didn't I?
You did. And when Mike goes hypo, most people think Mike's just absolutely steaming, which he probably was as well, which didn't help. But
that's the point.
So then I immediately thought, hang on a minute, something's not right here. Mike had hold of a camping chair and he was I don't know where you got it from, and you were conducting what was like an orchestra, but in the trees to nobody.
To nobody, just a hedge.
And I came over, I was like, what? what's going on? I thought, oh shit, this man's needs some starbursts or something.
Yeah.
So
Kate was trying to get my finger pricker out and test my blood.
Yeah.
I was trying to
Oh,
abuse
yeah,
some absolute giants.
There was I could only describe him as like a Hell's Angels type character. He was enormous, and he had one of those biker helmets on with
like horns on.
Mohican horns. And Mike was doing some actions on the horns that
that would have got me absolutely
that
filled
would have
in.
got if he hadn't turned around and realised you were looking through him and not at him.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's happened a couple of times that, and it's, I mean, to go off on a tangent, but now you've got the implant in your arm and stuff, and I have the app.
Yeah, the Libre sensor thing's
brilliant. It's absolutely incredible.
That's actually just reminding me of something as we move off this, and it's something that I should have scribbled down sooner. I was messaging Ree Chandler the other day.
Yeah.
And some important news from the I'll open up the Facebook group now, but the Disabled Camp and Access group is the Facebook page. So if you're anybody that requires extra assistance, just to be at Download, that is the fountain of knowledge.
That's incredible.
Is that group? I've been a member for quite some time because of I've never used access facilities, but even if you don't intend to use them, if you're going as even someone like me with type 1 diabetes, it's a great place to ask those questions. So
I can never get over how quickly they respond to the questions and the queries. They're so knowledgeable.
Yeah.
And you put a question in and it's done immediately.
No, I said that to Rhea. I said I don't know how you do it because it's such a. Rhea was she's hopefully going to be a guest of ours after Christmas. I was hoping she would be sooner, but Download, I think, are just putting the final plans into place and don't want anything we put out to be incorrect.
Yeah.
So let me look at the pinned post. So the long story short is Access applications are now live. So if you haven't done this before, or if you're new to Download, get yourself on the Disabled Camp and Access Download Festival. It's Ree's the admin on there. It's if you've got any questions about getting access at the festival, it's the place to go. Obviously, Download has some pages specific for that. And to be fair to Download, they are pretty good. I've read all the PDFs and whatnot. Mm-hmm. But it's
the level of detail that they go into on that page is brilliant. And it's even stuff you maybe not even think about. It's like, I need access to hot water. Where can I get that? Because I need to fill a hot water bottle because
I need to refrigerate my medication. I need to charge my.
Yeah.
It might be you might need to be a wheelchair user. You might need to charge a wheelchair.
Yeah.
You might be someone with sleep apnea, just as someone in our group has.
Yeah.
You might need to charge them devices.
I was mentioned before, my little boy's got autism, and I really want to take him to Download one day, but there's always concerns around doing that, and so I've been really reading through the page, and they're so helpful. They're so helpful, putting your mind at ease to how we can support.
Well, like we've said, no two people are the same.
No.
So if you ask the question on there, your chances of getting someone that's got a more similar experience than anyone on any other forum, any other Reddit page or anything, I think it's the absolute place to go. So I'll skim over Ree's post. If you have more, if you want to learn more, I would recommend you go there.
Yeah.
It's got all about complimentary ticket holders. You need a Nimbus access card or digital pass, and it puts I'll try and link this in one of our posts as well, but it puts all about, if you need a complimentary ticket holder, etc., puts all the links there. It's a great page, and I thank them for everything they do, because it cannot be easy with such a difficult task of enabling so many people to come and rock out every year. So
we say it every year amongst us. When we talk about hardcore festival goers, it doesn't really get much more hardcore than in that group.
No, I said it to Dad. We were there in 2016, which for me was the worst weather I've ever been to, and there's people there really struggling to get around. Download improves this every year. We've seen it every year. The tracks get more. But for those people putting that extra percentage in just to be there, and they looked at the young lad that in question was absolutely having the time of his life.
Yeah.
I think it was to Breaking Benjamin, and I just thought, wow, you're absolutely smashing this lad. And it's So if you're thinking about Download and you need extra assistance to be there, get on that page. Get on the Download Festival Access website page as well.
Yep. One hell of a group.
So, thanks. So that was.
I'm looking forward to catching up with those guys in the new year. And
very much so.
I'm really looking forward to that.
There's so much I want to talk about with Ree, and I'm really looking forward to speaking to her. So again, Ree, thanks for taking my questions so far over messages and whatnot, and I'm looking forward to seeing what's new for next year.
This is the Lowdown Podcast.
Okay, so on to the final section now, which is our regular news section. And there's a few things you've got scribbled down there, Mike.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a week for some news. First one is a bit of an interesting opportunity for anyone who works for emergency services or anyone who holds a blue light card. And Blackstone Cherry, who played Download Festival this year, and also Skillet, who played Download Festival quite regularly, that you can get some. It will either be free or very low cost, as in like an admin charge, for their shows at Manchester on Friday and London on Saturday, which is 23rd of November.
Brilliant.
So yeah, if you've got a blue light card and you are fancying seeing a bit of a mixed bag of lineup wise, Blackstone Cherry I really like. I really like Skillet as well.
Yeah,
just not quite the same sort of band, but that'll be a great night. I think it's Aaron Jones as well supporting. So yeah, fill in those empty seats and have a great
absolutely.
night.
Absolutely, Blackstone Cherry were brilliant. Listen to them a lot.
Yeah.
Get yourself there. That'd be great.
Yeah. So there's been a few more tour announcements this week, Jonny, which I wanted to share with you.
Yeah.
A band that we are quite fond of, which is Clutch.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, they are coming back to the UK next year in December. From the 17th to the 20th of December, they will be rocking up at Birmingham, Glasgow, Manchester and London.
Wow.
Apparently, they quite regularly did a UK December sort of pre-Christmas run, and they haven't done it for a long time.
Okay. I was going to say it's quite far in the future to...
I was thinking this about a lot of dates, though, to be honest. A lot of bands
off.
Yeah.
Maybe you need to now, because, I mean... So festival tickets are so expensive, and gig tickets and stuff. Sorry, and
well,
you have to pick the ones you want to go and see now.
But we're going into this Klarna generation, aren't we?
Oh yeah, what, like pay monthly?
Yeah,
job?
So you can't book something for next month short. You couldn't say, oh, it's this December.
Ah, okay.
Because people are going to go, oh, I'll pay on Klarna. I've got 12 months to pay. It's only going to be a fiver, 10 quid a month. And I'd be interested seeing what a lot of people's bloody Klarna accounts look like. Because I bet, if it was like we are.
Oh, yeah.
If we were 20 and that was, imagine what we were like. We'd be getting bloody house repossessed,
exactly,
yeah. So be careful, everybody. But obviously, if you're sensible with it and you can spread cost out, then brilliant. But don't be getting your Clutch tickets repossessed. Put it that way. So I put another one down, and this one was a bit of a tease. Did you see the eyeliner and skinny jeans post that Ticketmaster put up?
No, I didn't. No.
They put on like a big, come in tomorrow, 9:00.
Yeah, okay.
Some big news, all this, get your eyeliner ready and all this. And a lot of people got very excited thinking that Black Parade
was coming to the UK.
was coming to the UK. And I'm not saying this is bad, because it's a pretty good lineup. It was a funeral for a friend.
Oh, is it the Welsh?
The Welsh dates and Leeds
actually,
dates.
Yeah, it looks quite good.
Which looks really good. It's not the same as the Black Parade tour coming back, but yeah, they're going to be playing 2 dates in the UK. They're going to be playing in Wales at Rock the Castle, and that's going to be with it's going to be Funeral for a Friend, Skindred, The Blackout, Casey, Dream State. I'm going to have to Kill the Lights. Sorry, couldn't read that logo. And they're going to also be playing Millennium Square in Leeds.
Oh, cool.
That's going to be almost the same lineup. It's Funeral for a Friend, The Blackout, Casey, special guest yet to be announced, and Kill the Lights. Yeah, that'd be good.
That'd be great.
I'm going to have to correct myself on an error I made last week when I said the singer out of... That is with Funeral for a Friend now.
Oh, yeah.
It's Holding Absence, not whoever I said it was last week.
You said it was.
But there were two bands that had played at the Pilot, so I confused the two. But
that'd be good. I was obsessed with the Blackout at one point. Absolutely.
I remember that every time you picked me up.
Yeah, had them in. Again, we talk about your shuffle and your playlist generation now. That was just because I had the album on in the car and just never took it out for about a year. I'm gutted because I missed them. Was it last year, the year before, Download, when they obviously got back together, haven't they? And I think one of the guys at the Blackout is the host on the
Sappening podcast. Yeah,
which is doing very, very well. It's a really good listen, actually.
Saw Dream State at Download this year. Really enjoyed them.
Yeah.
Skindred we've seen so many times. Excellent band. Yeah, I think that'd be good.
Yeah, that'd be great. I haven't seen... Oh, actually, I've seen Funeral for a Friend in Barrow.
Oh, right.
They played...
with the night.
Upstairs in the Nines, yeah. But then watching some of the footage from when they headlined the second stage, they looked incredible.
Yeah, the former singer Matt was... I think his voice went a few years ago. Quite fit. Unfortunately, and I don't think... I think he was up for doing reunion dates, but not for committing long term.
Yeah, they sound amazing.
But apparently with the new singer, guest singer, they are sounding excellent.
Brilliant.
We love Skindred. Blackout, obviously. Yeah, I think it's a really good lineup, that.
Yeah. I think I discovered the Blackout when they were supporting You Me at 6 years ago and went to see them with Scott. Yeah. Good stuff.
Excellent. Yeah, so around Linkin Park, obviously. Linkin Park are never far from the news at the moment, are they?
That's right.
So they have, obviously, since you last listened, they've announced their Wembley Stadium show. On the same night, we got to see Iron Maiden.
Oh, yeah, what a fucking ball ache.
Which is a pain in the ass.
It is.
Both because I would quite like to see Linkin Park. Well, I'd really like to see Linkin Park, to be honest.
Absolutely.
I wonder if there's another date to come.
Yeah.
Maybe we...
if it's the day before or the day after.
Extend our trip.
I have to get my pass stamped.
That's it, yeah. I'll put a case together.
The cost of seeing them separately versus the cost of seeing them while we're down there.
So, the general sale for them goes on sale this Friday. They're on... Oh, God, they're already on Viagogo, etc. today, which is an absolute...
That's a joke.
The fact that should be illegal. Yeah. The fact that the people have put them on there from pre-sale should be instant.
Yeah. Unless there's a real genuine
Well, there's not, is there? On the day of the pre-sale. You should just it's an absolute racket at the minute.
So that's part of their huge tour, isn't it? They've released a hell of a lot of dates, haven't they?
I'm hoping we get them next year at Download. But we saw, once again, it kicked off the old arguments about the Chester wouldn't have been up for, someone replacing him, and that it's a disgrace that they haven't called themselves something else. Mm-hmm. And once again, our friend Josh has...
really coming.
He's coming
into the team.
Yeah, he is. Going to have to
as well.
Have to move closer to Josh, I think. So this was something Josh put on the forum, and he said that Chester himself, when he joined Stone Temple Pilots, and this is an interview that Chester gave, Bennington explained, "We did talk about maybe changing the name of the band and doing something new. Honestly, my thing was like, why give up what you guys have worked so hard on? This is your legacy. You don't have to give it up just because one person didn't do the things the way everyone wanted them to go, didn't do things everyone planned. We should be able to move forward." Bennington continued, "I mean, where's the music coming from in the first place? There's no question when you hear the new music that it's Stone Temple Pilots. Why? Because it's coming from the guys who write the music. It's coming from the source. So when the source is there, then it's still pure." So,
very, very
good.
I
think it's almost case closed, isn't it?
It is, isn't it? It really puts it into perspective, that, and listen to the new album with it. It is pure Linkin Park.
It's Linkin Park.
It is.
And if you
Can't
put it under
argue
any
with that at all.
other name,
No.
it's Linkin Park. It's the
Yeah.
same as when Heaven and Hell. Well, it's not the same, obviously, but it's similar to when Heaven and Hell, Black Sabbath thing,
Yeah,
and they
yeah.
came out and it's a Black Sabbath album.
Yeah, yeah.
It's Tony Iommi, Geezer Butler.
Exactly,
It's Black Sabbath, but this, yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, and I've said it. Well, I think that's at the end of the day that statement from Chester Bennington. To be honest,
Yeah.
but it's not up to us.
No, it's not.
I mean, and if they'd have come out in a different name, people would have moaned about them coming out in a different name. So
Exactly, yeah.
you just can't win.
You can't win. So you've got to go with what they feel and how they're feeling. They own it. It's their livelihood. It's their hobby. It's their love and passion.
Yeah.
Who are we to tell them what to do and what not to do?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'll wrap it up with just a little bit of sad news for old rockers and metalheads and emos and all things within this vast spectrum of rock, as we were saying before.
Yeah.
All the deathcore, metalcore, all these people. So yeah, a bit of a sad announcement, and something I saw in this last week, which James McMahon, who a lot of you will know as the Kerrang editor from back in our youth, has passed away. He's just 44 of an illness. There is a Just Giving page set up to raise money in his honour. So if anyone is so inclined, then it's very easy to find just through the Kerrang site. So
Influential.
I remember him, like anything on that editor's bit of the thing. He was very famously very opinionated.
Yeah, okay.
He was very open that he was with his struggles with OCD. So he was very blunt and direct with his opinions, which I think probably rubbed some people up the wrong way. But he was very true to himself, I think. Yeah. So
that's very sad.
Yeah, so sad news there. So rest in peace, James.
Legacy
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, mate, shall we?
Let's wrap that up there.
Before my fingers fall off.
Get
that fire
my
back
feet
on.
are literally freezing.
They become so numb.
We'll get trench foot in here. We'll get bloody frostbite.
You'll see the state of us when we get to download next year. We'll be missing toes and everything.
But yeah, really enjoyed that one, mate. Really good chat. So next time we'll be going through the
Sleep Token.
Be talking through
Sleep Token.
which I'm excited
as
for.
long as things go well and Josh is able to give up some of his time, which we would really appreciate. Then it will be a dive into all things Sleep Token. So there's our playlist for the week.
Yeah, GCSE and Sleep Token next week.
That's it.
Brilliant.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, guys. Cheers.
This is the Lowdown Podcast. This is the Lowdown Podcast.